What's on, ladies and gentlemen? My name's Ross, I like games, and today we've got a new Optimus Prime to look at. Now, we knew we were getting a new Optimus Prime. It was on the box for War for Cybertron Siege 1, so we knew it was coming, but now we know what it does. And it's thanks to the lovely folks over at ScreenRant.com. I'll pop a link to that in the description. But I don't care whether people are big or small, literally or metaphorically. If they're showing us these reveals, I think we need to give them a little bit of love. Because I, for one, love that we get this little trickle of new cars leading up to the new set. And I hope you do too. So General Optimus Prime then. It's a rare. And it's an 11-star character. Now, 11 stars to me is fairly important. Because 11 stars means that it can be played, if you so wish, with Optimus Prime Battlefield Legend. I'm not saying you have to, but I am saying that if you wish, these two will fit into a deck rather nicely. If that's what you're into, ladies and gentlemen, they'll fit quite nicely. And although it's an 11 cost, the stats kind of back this up. We've not been seeing that many super high stat cards lately, so we've had lots of little cards. Oh, this one's a big one. 14 health, that's pretty high. A defensive 4, meh, or 6, yes. A defensive 2, meh, or 3, yes. So you can either have a 14 health free defense character that is beefy by any measure, or you can have a 6 attack character. Make no mistake about it, this Optimus Prime is a big boy, and yes, it's quite expensive, but we've got the stats to justify it. Although you do still fall short of the 8 attack that Battlefield Legend had. Then again, he was a legend. He was also a 13-star character, so we expect a little bit more. So, with all of that out the way, what does it do? Well, this is one of the characters where the game designers seem to have gone, what should we give him? Bold, tough, focus, and then somebody on the other end of the table went, let's give him everything. Because in bot mode, you've got bold 1, you've got tough 1, you've got focus 1. This is wonderful. So bold 1 means that you flip 1 more battle card while attacking. Tough 1 means you flip 1 more battle card while defending. And focus 1 says that before flipping battle cards, you may look at the top card of your deck and scrap it. You don't have to, but this really leads itself to a mixed deck. Because it means that you flip 1 more card when you're attacking or defending to try and hit the orange icons when attacking, blue icons while defending. But it also means that you get to scrap the top card of your deck before you start, though you don't have to. So although it doesn't mean you flip an extra card, it means you can bin one. If you're attacking and you look at the top card of your deck and it's an improvised shield, you keep it. Because you're going to hit that double orange, and that's lovely. But if it's a handheld blaster and it's got the double blue, you scrap it so that you're scrapping a card which isn't going to help you, which increases the chances of hitting a card that will. So okay, it might not be quite the attacker that Battlefield Legend is, but actually it kind of is. Because you're losing 2 attack, but you're gaining bold 1 and focus 1. Now that doesn't entirely make up the difference, but it really does help. And especially if you're in a mixed deck, it really does help to make sure you're hitting the orange icons. And then of course, while defending, you've got the same defense in bot mode, but you've got bold 1 and focus 1. Having all of this together on one character is immense. And that's before you start beefing it up using something like Flamethrower to give yourself a little bit of extra bold. I adore this, ladies and gentlemen. Then if you flip yourself into alt mode, each of your other characters gets bold 1 and tough 1. Back in Wave 1 we had Flame War, and I love Wave 1 Flame War. It's a kind of 5-cost character that I don't think we're ever going to have again because it's kind of almost too good. It's certainly better than the other 5 stars we've had since Wave 1. But Flame War in bot mode gives your characters tough 1. And in alt mode, when you flip to it, your characters get bold 1. This gets both, although there is one very important word in the skill here for General Optimus Prime. And it is the word other. Each of your other characters has bold 1 and tough 1. You do not boost General Optimus Prime, which really sucks, because otherwise you'd have a defensive 3 and tough 1 just built in. Having said that, it does not say when you flip to this mode, so it's a static thing, it's a constant thing. And remember, you start in alt mode, so before you've done anything, all of your characters automatically have bold 1 and tough 1. It gives you a great starting point. It's not like Grimlock that's going to sit there and give one of your Dinobots tough 3 and really put yourself into a hyper-aggressive attacking deck. But then again, Grimlock is when you flip to this mode, so you've got to get into bot mode and then back into alt mode. General Optimus Prime is one of these great ones that is good at everything, but doesn't necessarily excel. We can do better with bold, we can do better with tough. I mean, we even got wave 3 Flame War. I love that we got 3 waves in this game now. That gave focus 2, or that had focus 2. So, it doesn't do any of this particularly better than other characters. But that's not really the point. The point here is that it does all of it. And I think this really lends itself to a mixed deck. He's got bold and tough 1, and everyone else has got bold and tough 1, and he's got focus 1. So you play a mixture of blue and orange cards, and then you get to hopefully have a really good attacker and a really good defender in one card, because although you're not quite as good an attacker as some other cards, and you don't have quite as much bold, and you're not quite as good a defender as some other cards, and you don't have quite as much tough, the mixture means that you'll be almost as good at attacking and almost as good at defending, and that really opens up your options deck building wise. And you're also a melee character in alt mode. Now, as far as I'm concerned, this is one of the best things about it. Because I've said, we can be a mixed character here. We can do a little bit of everything. Well, now you get access to body armor, which gives you tough 3, but has a orange icon for when you're attacking, and power sword, which gives you bold 3, but has a blue icon for when you're defending. And being able to play the pair of those cards is wonderful. Because now, once you get into bot mode, you've got bold 4 or tough 4 plus focus 1. I mean, you're also going to be running through your deck pretty gosh darn quickly at this stage, and that's awesome. But fitting into this, he can be whoever you want him to be kind of mold, he's also a range character in bot mode. So you can do something like play one of my favourite upgrades, Armed Hovercraft. Or you can go into Wave 2 and play something like Marksmanship, if you so wish. As long as you've got a ranged character on the field, you get to do 2 damage to a character in bot mode. So that's wonderful. So now you've got all the tricks of a ranged character, all the tricks of a melee character, and you can take advantage of bold, and you can take advantage of tough. I adore this. Now, you are also a truck in alt mode in your face gleaming commander. And that gives you access to a few little tricks. Of course, I need to mention Battering Ram here, one of the cards I was fortunate enough to be able to reveal from Wave 3. And that's just a nice little card, gives you +2 attack. And when you do damage to an enemy, you flip it to its other mode. Unless you KO, in which case you do not. Having said that, you'd be playing this instead of Power Sword, and I don't know how much I can be in favour of that. Not when you're already playing with bold anyway. I think I'd probably rather stick with Power Sword, but it remains an option. You also get Team Up Tactics, if you're into that, which can do a little bit of healing while also having a blue icon. And of course, you've got Cargo Trailer here, which, I mean, look, it goes in your utility slot and boosts your attack, so why not? I love Optimus Prime because it gives you almost more options than any other character. The fact that it's a melee character and a range character that has bold, tough and focus, that gives your other characters bold and tough, has one mode of above average attack and the other mode of above average defense, it really basically says, look boys, I am here to do whatever you want me to do, and that makes me extremely happy. But I would like to know how it makes you feel, ladies and gentlemen, so please do let me know in the comment section. Go nuts, be nice, and then make sure you like this video, subscribe to this channel, follow me on Twitter at the Wossy. That's where we talk about Transformers and other games. But by far the most important thing, as always, look after yourselves till next time. Thank you very much for watching. My name's Ross, and you've been watching Wossy Plays.